I'm Michael Buffer here, and let's get ready for FM Boxing Media.
Frankie Morgan here from FM Boxing Media, brought to you by Red Square Scaffolding and W2 Fit. I'm here with Jamie Moore today. How you doing, mate?
How are you, mate? All right?
Yeah, all good, all good. So we've just seen a press conference, Dave Allen, Johnny Fisher too. Arguably one of the biggest heavyweight fights of the year if Tyson Fury Joshua don't happen.
Yeah. No, listen, it's a great fight. The first fight was a good fight, a big card, so big audience, and it was a big call for a rematch after it, after the decision, which didn't go our way, which a lot of people thought it should have done. So we run it back, and looking forward to it. Yeah,
so Dave Allen seemed to re-spark his career in that fight. He's gone from arguably having small fights again, maybe going down that track, to now headlining at the Copper Box.
Yeah. Listen, he wasn't really sure whether he was going to keep fighting properly, but he just kept himself ticking over. He had a couple of 4-rounders, I think, on GBM shows. But that little bit of activity kept him in the picture for a fight what popped up at this magnitude with Johnny Fisher. He trained properly for it for the first time, which he's hardly ever done, and then performed the way he did. And then because of the controversial result, we run it back, and he's put himself in a position again. He's still been training really hard in between. He's put himself in a position now where he can really give himself the best chance of winning.
By the sounds of what Dave said, in 10 weeks' time, he might look at you and say thank you, but he might look at you and give you a little bit of hate as well.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough training camp by the sounds of it.
I think you've got to get the balance right, and if he doesn't half look at me and think I fucking hate you, then I haven't done my job right. Whereas he knows he's going to have to go through some dark places to get to where he needs to get to. The trick to getting it right is making sure you get the balance right. And so he knows he's going to have to go through some hard days, but he knows that I'm not the type of trainer who'll just rinse him. I'll make sure they rest in between to make sure they recover from the session, and to make sure that when they do a bigger session again, they're in a better position, from the way they feel, to put more into that session. Learned a lot of Kerry Kayes about rest and recovery and nutrition, and he's done a lot with Kerry now about getting his diet right. So he's on that now. So he's got 10 weeks now, and his condition will be much better than it was last time.
So I spoke to Darren Barker not too long ago, and I said to him, do you think it might have been a bit disrespectful the way that the public see that fight as maybe just a walkover for Johnny? Now obviously this time round they're going to see it as a completely different fight. They asked up on the stage, but they didn't ask you. Do you think Dave may be odds-on favourite for this fight?
Yeah, I've got a feeling he might be a slight underdog, but I don't think there'll be much in it. I've got a feeling maybe Johnny will be evens and Dave will be like 11-10 or something like that. I think they'll have it really close, because they won't be able to take chances. And even when look at the comments on after Dave weighed in for the first fight, he was getting hammered. He's way out of shape. He's not going to last 3 rounds and stuff, and he wasn't in the greatest shape, even though conditionally he was fit. So now he's going to be fitter than he was last time, and he's going to be in much better condition as well. So he's going to be in theory he's going to be a lot better than he was last time. But like I said up there, I know Johnny's going to be as well. He's going to learn a lot from the first fight. He toughed it out, he gutted it out, and shown a lot of resilience in that first fight, and that in itself gives you confidence. So they're both going to improve. So in theory, it's going to be a better fight this time.
Yeah. So obviously you had a great career yourself, done a lot more than a lot of people could ever say they've done in boxing. You then went on to coaching, and a lot of people might have underestimated you as a coach when you started, but you've gone on and completely smashed coaching as well. But what's it like coaching a heavyweight when you never boxed at heavyweight yourself? Is it a complete different change, or is it something you was used to?
Yeah, no, I think every fighter, not just heavyweights, every fighter you've got to look at them, and I believe you train them differently depending on their attributes, what they need to improve on, the strengths, the weaknesses. So training Dave is no different than training any other fighter. I know people say heavyweights, there's a different way of training them, and I get that theory. I just feel like if you're not a little bit adaptive and creative, then you're going to be sort of down a rabbit hole of one way of training people, regardless of what the weight is. I can't say what I could do with a new set of elbows and wrists and shoulders, because I've got Dave Allen, I've got Pat Brown, and I've got Conor Tudsbury, who are all sort of heavyweight cruiserweight, light heavyweight, all monstrous punches. And me and Nigel's are having problems with our hands and elbows, but I suppose it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I just want to touch on a story. I won't mention the name of the fighter, but I've just told you that about 8 years ago, maybe even 9 years ago, me and my little sister were at a boxing weigh-in, and my little sister asked for a signature off her favourite boxer at the time. I won't mention who it is because we know at a weigh-in emotions are high and all that, but the boxer actually walked past and my sister was in tears. Then come over, Jamie Moore, took hold of us, took us round
Do you know
the
what?
back.
I mentioned him. It was Carl Frotch, and I totally understand it. He just weighed in for his fight against Kessler, the rematch with Kessler, and he came over to me before and mentioned it, and I was buzzing because I do remember it. So came over. I walked past and I saw you ask for him to sign. Was it a sign a glove, wasn't it?
Yeah, a glove or something, a programme, something on them.
And he just carried on walking. So I ended up getting you. I'm buzzing. It was you and your little sister.
Yeah.
And took you through to the back and got him to sign it in the back. So
I've still got the photo to this day of comfort from me and my little sister.
hey, so I love that. Love that.
So I want to say thank you very much for that. And we'll end it on that. Always got to end on a good note. But Jamie, thank you very much.
Top man.
And best
Thank
of
you,
luck
mate.
in the future.
Cheers, pal.
Cheers, mate.
I just fade away. Fade away.